Hi, my name is Jesseline. Look at this beautiful day. This is a video over scale factor. So first of all, you need to know what scale factor is, or what is the definition of scale factor. So the word scale factor means how big or how small an object got. How many times bigger did an object get, or how many times smaller did an object get? So scale factor, first of all, if it's greater than 1, if the scale factor is greater than 1, then that means we made the object bigger, okay? If the scale factor is greater than 1, then we made the object bigger. We kind of blew it up, we enlarged it. If the scale factor is less than 1, but greater than 0, so between 0 and 1, but greater than 0, scale factor can't be negative, so that's the thing. Then we made it smaller, okay? So it's less than 1 or greater than 0. We made it smaller, so we made a picture and we took it and we put it down to smaller size, okay? So that's scale factor. So here's how you do it mathematically. Let me draw my figure here. So I have a figure 5, 7, and I say the scale factor is 3, okay? So I have this rectangle and I'm saying the scale factor is 3. That means this object right here has got to get 3 times bigger. Well, for that to happen, you have to multiply each dimension, each side, by 3. So 5 times 3 is 15, so my new rectangle is going to be 15 wide, and then the length, 7 times 3 is 21. So it's going to be 21, and that's how you get it. So if I said the scale factor is 3, then I multiply each side by 3, each dimension by 3 to get the new one, and then the scale factor is 3. Now, if I go and do it another way, let's say I'm not given the scale factor, I'm trying to determine the scale factor. So I have a rectangle. So I have a rectangle, both my rectangles, the length here is 8, the length here is 16. And the scale factor, I say, how did I go from 8 to 16? What did I multiply by? Or what did I divide by? So actually scale factor is just what did I multiply by. So what did I multiply by? 8 to 16. I know that I multiplied by 2. So my scale factor here is 2, because 8 times 2 is 16. Let's do one where I go smaller. And again, scale factor is what did I multiply by? It's okay if it's a fraction. So 12. Oh, and let me tell you, I forgot to tell you this. You have to compare the corresponding sides. So I couldn't compare this side to the 4. If this side was 10, I don't say, how did I get from 10 to 4? Because those are not corresponding sides, okay? Corresponding sides means they're in the same position of the triangle. So this is the height of the triangle, so we got to measure the height here. So we say, we compare the height to the height, so this side to this side, so 12 to 4. And we say, what did we multiply by to get from 12 to 4? Well, you're like, well, I can tell you what I divided by. So divided by 3, I can tell you what I divided by because scale factor is divided by 3. But your scale factor is not 3 because you went from bigger to smaller. And so it has to be between 0 and 1. Well, if you can tell me what you divided by, then you for sure know what you multiplied by, because dividing by 3 is the same as multiplying by a third. Dividing by 6 is the same as multiplying by 1/6. Dividing by 12 is the same as multiplying by 1/12. So the thing is there. So if you can determine that you divide by 3, you know you're multiplying by 1/3. So our scale factor here is 1/3. Remember? So if you're going from bigger to smaller, you guarantee you know their scale factor has to be a fraction, has to be between 0 and 1, because you went smaller. because any scale factor greater than 1 or 1 or greater is saying that you enlarged it. So that is a little lesson on scale factor.